I mean, you've talked a lot about the voucher scheme that you mentioned in the past. That had a lot of publicity over the recent months. What more would you like to see done on top of that voucher scheme? What more practical measures would you like to see put in place?
Well, poverty doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's not like an isolated symptom. It's a result of sort of many different causes, including changes to welfare benefits, including sort of people finding themselves in difficult circumstances. It's not something you can resolve with a sort of a one sort of, we'll just change this one thing and it'll all go away. We need to really do a root and branch assessment of the reasons why people end up in poverty in the first place. Quite a painful recce over the last 10 years of austerity measures and what that has taken away from social care and welfare provision. And if we don't do that and we're not honest, and if the government aren't honest about its own contributions to the situations that people are now finding themselves in, then come the end of coronavirus and the economy is already taking a hit on that. People are losing their jobs, people have lost their homes, people are surviving on very little all over the country. We're going to just see it happen again. So we need to put things in place to make sure that people aren't ending up in poverty in the first place. And one of those things that did work and worked really well was the free school meals vouchers being extended into the half-term holidays. And yesterday, the government announced that they were replacing that with the COVID winter grants. But I've heard from hundreds and hundreds of people overnight that their council have said, oh, there's no money left in the winter grants, so sorry, you can't have any. So it's just, there was a system in place that was working, which was the vouchers for the school holidays.
So people have contacted you to say that they've been turned down or told that,
yes.
Right.
Yes.
You've heard
some
that just in the last 24 hours.
Things in place. Yeah, some councils have been great and put things in place and bought a pile of free school meals vouchers from the company that distributes them to distribute to their own constituents in the holidays. But the majority of people who are getting in touch with me are saying, well, I applied for this and I was told there was no money left. So it's...
because the government says in relation to this, and particularly in relation to the letter that's been sent, they say school food is essential in supporting the health and learning of disadvantaged pupils. The Prime Minister has been clear that no child will ever go hungry as a result of the pandemic. That is the assurance that has come from Number 10.
But children are going hungry and they have been going hungry and they will continue to go hungry. And maybe it's not a direct result of the pandemic, it's a result of austerity cuts and cuts to welfare and cuts to benefits and changes to benefits and taking away the support structures that were in place to help children and families that are no longer there. So children are going hungry, and I feel it's entirely disingenuous for the Prime Minister to make a blanket statement saying no child will ever go hungry when thousands and thousands of children went to bed hungry last night.